we'll have to go to the previous request where we get that response. So going to the variable extractors, click on the plus symbol, and we need to find the product ID. So we need to get the product ID. So any product IDs in this page will be extracted, right? So this comes as a product ID and then the double quotes at the end, right? So what I'll do is let's create a framework. I'll go back to the tool section, anywhere, license management or whatever it is, go into the Neoload, where is the framework thing? Yeah, here. So custom framework, I'm on my custom framework here. I'm clicking on this plus symbol. So now I can enter the name of the item which I want to do it. So I'm going to click on product ID. And then the regular expression is the important one here. So I'm going to choose both because both is where you're going to enter your item. So and then the product ID equals and then dot star question mark and then what was the ending I saw? I think it was double quotes or something. Let me just quickly check it. And plus, okay, let me do one thing. Let me just copy this entire thing and I'll copy this, cancel, cancel, cancel. Go to the framework. Yep, custom framework. Click on this plus symbol and I'll give the name as product ID. Select both in the regular expression. I'm going to just remove this. So anything that comes in between the product ID equals and then the double quotes will be selected. So dot star question mark and then the value term title what is one because that's the first occurrence you're going to select. If the value is not there, I'm going to set the value is not found. And now I'm going to come to the second way. So now we have extracted it, right? And now we have to replace it. So how I'm going to replace it? So click on text content or else I can choose on with the replace of the parameter name, the whole name, text content, the regular expression. Let me give the parameter name here. Whole value, the parameter name should be product ID. Let me just copy this regular expression here, paste it here. And the group one is the number one group. So when we see the exact one occurrence, so that's going to be the same thing. And yep, I think I can go with this one. Okay, this is not required. Text content, everything's fine. The regular expression should be okay. And I'm clicking on OK, apply. So let's see what happens. So if I go back to my script here on the top, I can even, after I create the script, also I can do that. So search for dynamic parameters, click next again. If that particular value is matching, then Neoload will bring that to me. In case if it doesn't work, then actually we can really quickly rework on that. Yep, this is fine. Okay. See, if you see the product ID, that has been correlated, that has been identified now. And let me click on finish. So what happens is if I go to that particular request here, category ID, okay, this is use value definition. Yep, that should be fine. Let me change it. Okay, this is actually telling us that see this particular value can be changed. So that's what it does. I'll use a manual definition for now. I'll just tell you what happens in this case. So if I go to the catalog the previous action here, I click on advanced. Okay, it is actually showing it there. Okay, it's actually trying to find it, replace it there. Let me quickly do it again. Or else what I'll do is let me go to the license management again. In the frameworks, let me edit it. Go to the product ID, click on this button. If I want to change it as a text content, I can do it. But for now, what I'll do is, it's not required. Okay, I'm going to change it as a product ID. Let me click OK, apply. I'll do a search for dynamic parameters again. Okay, for now I think it has not been fetched, but let me just quickly check it. Okay, not here. Let me again go back to the frameworks, product ID, path, no, header value, part of text, value. Let me just quickly apply. Yep, so the working item ID is coming now. Let's go back to the catalog actions. Okay, so it says the value must be coming here, but before that, let's just quickly check it here. Okay. Uh, 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 Frameworks in here, product ID is whatever I want to change. So parameter, okay, let me just go with the parameter name. Whole name should be fine. Okay, apply. There are no line parameters. Okay, I think I was right here. Frameworks, registration ID, product ID. Okay, let me just quickly check this one. What did I do here? Okay. Whole value. Yep, that really worked. Parameter value, whole value, parameter name. Okay. Parameter value, whole value, and the parameter name should be ID. Yep. I think that's what we did for the previous one as well, I believe. Okay, I think that should work. Let's go back to this particular steps here. Bring it back to normal. Yep, that should work. And let me come back here. Advanced. Okay, let me try another way. So what I'll do is, let me get this item here, and with the product ID, so what I'll do is let me fetch this item here, pick selected text, and let me get the double quote on the other side. So any items that gets selected here will be fixed. So I'll give a name as product ID. And now what I'll do is I'll make it as random. Okay. And the next thing is I can do this another way, where I can move it as a framework parameter. So what I'll do is I'll select it as a product ID. I'll give a name as original because I already have product ID there. It's going to be new item. Yep. So I'll give the name as same thing here. Oh, sorry. Product ID underscore. This is another way where you can create the framework thing. Next, and you can give the name here. Product ID. Yep, should be fine. I think it should work. Next. Yep. So now it is working. Let me click on finish. I'm not going to replace it now. I'm going to just I'll delete this now. Click OK. And before I move on, let me go back to my frameworks and check whether it is created. Yeah, product ID original is created, and I'm clicking on the searching button. Okay, everything else is looking good. What I'll do now is let me just quickly do a search of dynamic parameters. Okay, I think something is not working now, but Most framework parameter. The frameworks. Let me just quickly check. CSR of token, header value. I think everything else is set properly. Whole value. Let's do this one as well. Path header value. Okay, got it. Path header value, text content, and then the regular expression is going to be the same one. Yep. Click on OK, apply, and check. Sorry, where is that dynamic parameter thing? Okay, we do get it real quick. So what did we do is, let me just quickly show it again. So in the frameworks, I created a framework. You can create it separately from here. So the thing is, I have extracted the dynamic value from both anywhere from headers or body. Create a regular expression here. If the value is not found, set up a not found thing. And the parameter value should be the whole value where you're going to change the name with the parameter name, that is product ID. Set your path, your header value, your text content, and then your regular expression. Put your regular expression here, and then your group name is going to be the first group. Apply. Rest everything is fine. I'm going to search for dynamic parameters. Click on next. The very next moment, you get it. Yep, it works. Click on next. And yep, working ID, finish. So now if I go back to my request here, so if I go to the advanced, see the item has automatically been created. And as I told you, it will get created, but we have to do a search and replace. I mean, okay, it has already replaced, then it's fine. Okay, now it has been replaced here as well. So the search, which is you have not correlated here, right? So all you did is you created a framework, and once you created a framework, you did search for dynamic parameters, which actually now it is already done. So once you did that, automatically your value is getting generated in your request, and that has actually sent your value to this request. So that's what it did. And now the next value, which is you're going to do this EST14. So let's do. Is anybody interested to try it from your machine? You can share your screen and you can do it. Or if you're okay, I can do it from my machine. If anybody is interested to do it. Okay, if no, that should be fine. I can do it from my machine. Okay, all we are going to do is EST14. We're going to extract this value. So firstly, we have to create a framework. So going back to this previous response, let me search for this EST value. Sorry, EST. Yep, so EST. So we're going to get this item ID thing. So let me just get that value here. Copy this. And all you have to do is going back to the frameworks section. I'm going to create a new one. So click on new, or else I can even create under this one here. And it's going to be item ID. So let me give the name, item ID. And then let me paste the value here. So I have to get this one dot star question mark. Anything that comes inside this will be selected. Everything else is done. Okay, I think I'm sorry. Item ID. That's going to be my new item. And both everything has the same parameter value. Parameter name is going to be item ID. Path, header value, text content, regular expression. Pasting this value here. Dot star question mark. Dot star question mark means anything that comes inside that value will be selected. I'm going to give me results when I search for. I'll get back to you on that, SP. Just a moment. I don't know your name. Sorry. I'll get this one. Paste it here. Click OK. Apply, and let's now check our luck. First dynamic parameter. Click next. Searching generic dynamic parameters. Working ID. finish, which I don't think that has been selected now, but anyways, let me quickly check that. Use a panel definition. Let's go back here. Okay, I think it's not selected for some reason. I don't know why it's not working. Frameworks. Okay, in that case, I think I need to bring it out. Okay, let me just do this thing. Let me create a new one here, and that's going to be item ID. Click on OK, and let's do the uh, item ID thing here. Item ID, and let me paste it here. Okay, that should fine. Item ID both looks good. Parameter value name is going to be item ID, path, header value, text content. These are the place where you're going to replace it. So that's the reason you're going to do anywhere in the path. If you find it, replace it. Anywhere if you find in the header value, replace it. Anywhere if you find the text content, replace it with a regular expression. So that's what the replacement is all about. So you should not get confused like why are we doing it, or what's really happening at this part. So yeah, the left side is you're searching that value, and the right side is you're replacing the value. So basically correlation is about two actions. One is extracting it, and the second thing is replacing it. So in this left section you're extracting the value, in the right section you're replacing the value. So that's it all about. Text content and regular expression. Yeah, let's quickly validate again. Let's try our luck. Search with dynamic parameters. Next. I think this is not gonna work. Yep. I don't think it has got worked out. But yeah, but let me try one thing. Let's try actually running it and see how does it work. So what happened is it is actually trying to change the value from the value that we already have got to this working item ID. So let's try this one. Let's try this way, whether it work. Let me go back here and let me just run it once. Click OK, start checking. And here in the variables section, okay, so here I have got EST 15, which means the item that we are doing is actually working out. So if I go back to my selecting design, yeah, working item ID. So in the working item ID, in this particular section, I get to see this variable, which is EST 15, and that's been replaced successfully. So the framework action is actually working, I would say, in terms of, so when you select it, instead of the original item, use the manual definition, it actually works in the following a link from the previous request. So the value is actually replaced in this extracted. So you are extracting a variable and then you are replacing it here, which means your value is actually properly replacing, but in a different manner, because in the previous one, if you see, we have got a different way. So there are like, again, two ways of doing it. So either you can create your framework directly from your framework section, or you can actually create it through your variable extractor section. So if I go back here, yeah, I think this is where we are replacing it. The product ID is here. If I go back, I do not even have that particular item that is getting extracted. But what happens is that actually instead of creating it here, instead it actually creates it from the response as well. So that's what we did. So what really happens here is in the previous one, the framework that we created first, it actually creates your item here. It actually creates your correlation item here. It extracts where it extracts and replaces it here. But on the other hand, when you're replacing it directly in your section, it won't even display that in your variable extractor, but instead it will get the value for here like this. So you are going to extract this value in here, and then it is going to get replaced with this working item ID here. So for you, it might look confusing, but once you keep on using it, you might get used to it. Like, how does it work? So coming back to this question, Vamsi has asked the question, if you have two dynamic values in the same request, let's say it will pick second value. No, it will pick the first value because we have used $1, which means the first value. If you're using $2 value, then it will get you the second value, Vamshi. And I'm not getting any result when I search for the EST14. Yeah, can you just share me your screen, please? I can just go through it.
Yeah.
if you're still facing that issue. You
Yeah,
fixed it.
I cannot.
Yeah, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Please see my screen.
Yep, it's loaded. Yep. Q.
Yeah, I'm searching with EST. Uh,
Okay. Okay. So currently you have logged in this scenario. So can you go to your advanced? Click on the advanced. Advanced at the bottom. Can you see?
oh, here.
Yeah, yeah. Click on that. Uh, did you find any window that has got opened in your other screen or something?
No.
Uh, can you click on advanced again for me, please? Advanced at the bottom. Can you just click on it again? Can you minimize this Neoload window? I don't think. I think there is something else. I must have opened it by now.
Oh,
Uh,
you're not seeing the pop-up. Okay.
a kind of pop-up window. Yeah.
I did click on advanced. Let me reshare.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Now are you able to see?
It's loading. Yep. Yep. Can I click again? Click on advanced again. Yeah.
Do you see it?
No, I can't see. Okay, I think you have not. You have shared only Neoload, not your entire screen, I believe. So if you can share your screen, then I think you can see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Screen. Let me know if you
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
see.
Sure. Sure. It's loading. Yeah. It's loading. Yeah. And now we can see. Yeah. Can I click on the plus symbol? And can you click on both? No. Click on both first. Yeah. And can you click on that? Yeah. Magnifying. And if you see, just to let you know, can you just scroll down? Scroll down a bit. So this is the page where you can see the cats and dogs. So you don't see the items here because if you see, it comes in a hierarchy. First, we'll see the item, and then we'll see the category, and finally, only we'll see the products. So if you want to get to the EST one, what you have to do is, can you just close this window, click cancel, and can you go to your sixth request? Sixth request. Just close this window. Close this variable extractor. Yeah, yeah, and close this again as well. Cancel. Click cancel. Yeah. Go to your angelfish and extract. Yeah. Can you see in this window? Only here you are able to see this FL1 thing, right? Can you just maximize that window? Maximize, no, the plus symbol on the left side. The left side, left plus symbol, actions, catalog dot action. Yep. Yep. Click on this one. Yeah. And come to advanced again. Yeah. No, no, go to advanced. Yeah. And can you click on plus symbol now? And click on both. No, okay. Right now, if you can search for EST minus. Yeah, now you can find it. So the thing is, if you want to find a particular response, you have to go to the proper request. So only then you can find the particular response. If you are searching in a different request, you won't be able to find it. But that's one clue which I can help you. Click
Mhm.
close everything. I'll go to that. On the top, can you see there is the tick button on the top menu, top icons. Yeah, next one. From the last third one, from the last third. Yeah, click on that and select whose recorded response contains and click on EST minus ST minus. Can you see? Once you enter it, automatically that tick box comes in. So it comes only in the angelfish transaction, right? So that's where your value sits in the response. So only there you can find that value.
Okay. Similarly for J session ID also, I was
Everything. For everything, if you type, you see it comes with the second transaction.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And yep, let's want my transaction side. Okay. So now we have completed our parameterization and the parameters to account first. Sorry, let me just get your question. Just a moment. What is the question again? What To do if parameters count passed in request is dynamic. What to do if parameter count passed in request is dynamic? What do you mean by count is passed in dynamic? Can you just explain it, Amit?
No,
Sorry.
yes. My question is I was just doing scripting one of my application. So in that, what was happening is, there was an employee. He was logging in the application, okay, and he was submitting his skills in it, okay.
Mm-hmm,
Uh, so some employee have two skills, okay. He will add one skill. He will add two skills,
mm-hmm,
and he will submit. Some employees will be having four skills. He will
mm-hmm.
add one skill, two skill, three skills, four skills, and he will
Okay.
submit.
Mm-hmm.
So for submit request, for different employees have different parameters count. Are you
Yeah,
getting?
correct. Correct. I agree. Okay.
Oh, yes. So in this case, you will need to correlate, right? So the parameters count will be dynamic. So how I mean, because if I'll record for one user, okay. So for that user, might be he will be submitting for two skills. Okay, so in that
Mm-hmm,
particular request, there will be two parameters. Okay, but when
mm-hmm,
I am doing load testing, then I
mm-hmm,
will be using multiple users. Okay, so for might be there would be some user who would be having four skills to submit. Okay,
mm-hmm.
so how it will be handled?
So take for
I,
example, you are working in several tools. Like you have four competency, and I have like two competency, right? So
yes,
you are trying to say that if Amit comes in, you have to enter four competency, and if it wasn't comes in, it has to enter two competency, and it is
yes,
dynamic. Say for example, for you it'll get loaded to four, and for me it's get to loaded to two. Okay, I completely
yes,
understand. So in your scenario, how do you enter that values? Do you do a checkbox thing, or do you do any
yes.
kind of select?
It's a
Yeah,
drop down. It's a drop down. Actually, I click on when I am
it's
adding
oh,
skills.
okay.
So
It's a drop down, right? It's so simple. I
yes,
would say the moment you load your name, right? The
yes,
moment your name get loaded, automatically competency also will get loaded, correct? So in that case,
yes,
you get to see all your items in it. Okay, let's I'll show for you in this scenario itself. Say for example, in this pet store, if you see for fish you have four items, right? But for
yes,
dogs, if you see, there are like nine items.
yes,
So
yes, yes,
anyways, the moment you load the item, automatically those items get loaded. So that's first thing. And you are telling that you are going to enter that value, right? So in that case, anyways, you're going to input that value. How many values you have, you can actually input the value. So in that case, you have to actually write logic in the sense you have to find the total number of items. So you have to extract all your occurrences and then you have to post it. So what we normally do here is we're actually extracting one item in this case. But in your case, you have to extract all the items, I would say. Where is that here? Yeah. So in this case, same your example I'm telling. You said you have two items for you and I have four items. So in that case, if I go to four, sorry, where is that man? Yeah, ready. Okay, I even can show that here. So click on edit. Yeah. So here, if you see, if I have multiple items, see, for example, if for fish, I could see two items here, right? The same case, if I have with, where is that again? Is that catalog redaction? Edit. In this case, if I have two items, this is for fish, right? So it has two items, so it is like just giving two because uh, from under my name, if I have two competencies, I just will get only two. If you have like four competencies, you'll get two because you are extracting all your occurrences and you're going to enter it. That's it, right? So all you're going to do is instead of getting one item or the first occurrence, you're going to extract all the occurrences. So that's the difference between the way of you're extracting it. It happens. So even if it is dynamic, since you're extracting all your occurrences, you're going to pass that there. That's it. Did that answer your question, Amit? Or you still have any
yeah,
doubt?
actually, no, no. Actually, the problem is now I'll extract all the competencies.
Mhm.
That's no issue. Okay, but when in the second request, I'm trying to submit that particular request on one of my, I mean, counter. I mean, if I'm submitting two of my competencies,
Mhm.
somebody is submitting three or four of the competencies.
Mhm.
So, I mean, the parameters count. Can you go
Mm.
to some request? Next request in which this is getting passed.
You mean the request? Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Here I'm passing
Let's
that.
say
Okay.
let's say there are two parameters. First, view product, and second is product ID. Okay.
Mhm.
So let's say I have recorded my script and I have submitted two skills. So
Mhm.
in one parameter, in the first parameter, it is written skill one. Let's say
Mhm.
it is Neoload. Skill two,
Okay.
it is JMeter. So I have submitted this. Okay. There
Mhm.
would be some other user. He will be having three or four parameters in this.
Yes.
First will be
So what we can
JMeter.
do is, in that
Yes.
case, it's so simple. So you can add a loop container here, right? So inside that loop, inside that loop, I'll bring this action. So this is where you're going to supply your products, right? So
Mhm.
how will you control this loop? So for controlling this loop, actually we can bring the nth number. Say for example, what I'll do is I'll create another value. So that will be like and paste. So this will actually have the numbers. So when I say numbers, um, this will actually get the nth number. So okay, I'm extracting all the occurrences here, and what I'll do is I'll go to my loop here, and can you see there is an item called match number? So this match number will actually get the number for you. Let me just show this to you quick. Uh, why? Start checking. Let me stop this. I'll show you what happens. So in the first loop, if you see the variables, it has two. In the second item, okay, sorry. Okay, it just it's only one. Okay, so okay, it has looped actually twice. So what happens is since it has got two items in it, so both items were added in it. In case if your item has okay, I think I should have uh, correlated it here. Okay, so can you see this particular item has two items in it. So your case is like you have two items. What happens? So you get the match number here, and you're going to loop it here. So this looping will actually help you to submit both your items. In case if you have like multiple items. Okay, I don't know why it is not replaced. Category ID. Going to category ID. Sorry, not here. Where is the category ID? Why it's not replaced? Okay. Uh, Category ID. Okay. Extract, should be fine. Yeah. Dogs is okay. Um, Somewhere I think I just fixed it with the same one. Let me just quickly check this cats reptiles. Okay. In that case, my reptiles should go in, but instead it's only the cats. Okay. Again, it's only two items here. Two items. Two items. Two items. Okay, for some reason I don't know. It's only bringing two items here, but it's supposed to be if it is completion. Two, two, two. Okay, I think it should be more. But for us, your voice is breaking. I'm really sorry. But yeah, Amit, let me just quickly answer you. I don't want to drag it a lot. So what you have to do is get the match number. So for getting the match number, you have to create an item, go to edit, and select extract all occurrences, and that will be in category it will be 4, but that should be fine. Yeah, just try to get the extract all occurrences, and then you should be getting the match number. So use that match number here. Okay, the category ID match number, right? Sorry, category ID. Category ID. No. Match and it actually comes for the product. Okay, I've actually. Oh, okay, got it. I'm really sorry. I kept it in the wrong one. Category ID. No, another category ID should get multiple items, right? Why is it not coming? 1, 2, 3, 4 was there. Under fish, I have 4. Under dogs, I have fish, cats, birds. Okay, these 3 have only 2. That's the reason. If I have got, okay, in that case, let me do one thing. Where are you? 10. Okay, start checking. Only I think the fish and dogs have multiple items. The reptiles, cats, and birds have only just 2 items. So that's the reason we just could see only 2. Bring back again. Loop, 2, 6. Yeah. So here we have got 6 items. So in that case, this will iterate for 6 continuous times, and then you'll get that value. So here, if you see the loop counter, we are on loop 1, loop 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the way where you can replace it in your application with. Hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So try to get all the occurrences, and once you get all the occurrences, get the match number. And once you get the match number, use that for looping inside your iteration so that you can apply all your items in it. Hope I have answered your question, Amit.
But